Good day and welcome to my Campus Guide channel. Today we are going to talk about boilers and compressors. One may ask, what is a steam boiler? A steam boiler is any device or machine that is used for generating steam which may be used for power generation. So that's a steam boiler. Let's look at some uses of a steam boiler. Uses of a steam boiler. The steam produced from a steam boiler may be used for powering steam turbines. Some turbines use steam to turn, so the steam produced from the steam boiler can be used to power these turbines. It can also be used to power some steam engines. It's also used for drying clothes and irons. Steam from steam boilers are also used for warming houses. They are also used for seasoning blocks. Steam from steam boilers are used for sterilizing at the various hospitals. It's also used by steaming and preserving of canneries in our various industries. So now let's look at the type of boilers we have. We have four types of boilers. Let's look at their names. We have a simple vertical boiler. We have a Scottish marine boiler. That one is a movable one. We have a Scottish marine boiler, we have a Cochrane marine boiler, and a Stirling boiler. So that is the four types of boilers we have. Let's look at the classification of boilers. Boilers are classified due to the mechanisms they worked on or the materials we use to generate these steams. So the two classifications are fire tube boiler and a water tube boilers. The central part of the boiler, this is what is happening in there. Some uses fire to produce the steam, but others also use the water to produce the steam. The water tube boilers are the most common ones we see around. So for this to occur, it needs power or energy to generate the fuel for them to work. So now let's see the sources of heat we can get to generate power for the various steam boilers. We have the solid source. Example of these solid source are charcoal, a sawdust, firewood, palm shell kernels, and others. The second one is the liquid source. We use the gasoline or the diesel in powering the steam boilers. We do not use petrol in steam boilers. We use the diesel type. When it comes to the gaseous source, we use LPG as a source of fuel for the steam boiler. Now let's look at the diagram of the steam boiler. This is a typical type of a steam boiler. That is a water tube steam boiler. So now let's look at some important parts. We have the first part, which is the main steam outlet valve. What does it do? Main steam outlet valve. We open this valve to allow the produced steam reach its various destinations. We also have here the main safety valve. Main safety valve. Listen to the name, main safety. So we having safety in it means it is performing a safety function, and its safety function is that it prevents explosion. In what way does the main safety valve prevent explosion? It opens automatically when the pressure of the steam exceed its limit. When it exceeds its limit and the steam outlet is not open, meaning the heat is contained in the tube and it is exceeding the limit it can hold. So the main safety valve will open automatically. Most of the times, the main safety valve is connected to a chimney. So it opens to the chimney so that the steam will pass through that place. We have a water level indicator. The water level indicator. What does it do? The water level indicator helps us to indicate the amount of water that has been pumped into the boiler. So that's what it does. We have the steam pressure gauge. Steam pressure gauge is one of the most important parts of the steam boiler. It indicates the amount of steam built up in the steam chamber. The steam pressure gauge indicates the amount of steam built up in the steam chamber. We have the combustion chamber. The combustion chamber, that place does all the work. The combustion chamber. What happens inside the combustion chamber? This is where all the mixing of gases take place. You see, all the combustion take place in it. It contains a photocell or an ignition plug which start up or ignite the combustion. So the combustion takes place inside the combustion chamber before it enters the central tube. So now let's look at other part, which is the control panel. Control panel. So the control panel also provide essential role in the steam boiler. It gives information to the attendant or the operator of the steam boiler whenever there is a shortage of water or any technical problem inside the steam boiler. The control panel alarms the attendant or give information by blowing an alarm. So whenever you get closer, you see the fault or the problem from the control panel. It will tell you what is wrong inside the steam boiler, whether there is a shortage of fuel or is a shortage of water. The control panel will tell you. Some of the steam boilers also have a drought fan or a blower. What does it do? The drought fan or blower, it sustains the burning gases inside the combustion chamber. It sustains them because it is blowing air upwards inside the combustion chamber. So it sustains those burning gases inside the combustion chamber. We now know the steam boiler is fueled by diesel. How would we know that the fuel is exhausted or is limited? So we have a tool or a machine called a rotameter. This is a typical example of the rotameter. The rotameter helps us to indicate the amount of gasoline that has been used during the operation. So these are the most important part of the steam boiler. So now let's look at some properties or requirements of a good boiler. A good boiler should be capable of producing massive quantity of steam, and also a good boiler should be able to withstand temperature stress and strain. And lastly, a good boiler should be quick starting from cold. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe to my Campus Guide channel. Have a nice day.